Alright, so in today's spell work problem, we have some word problems. So, we're still talking about inequalities, but now we're talking about inequality word problems. So we need to read the situation and figure out which inequality matches the word problem. So, each month, Maria earns $225 plus $5 for each newspaper subscription she sells. Which inequality can be used to determine X, the number of subscriptions Maria must sell, if she wants to earn at least $400 next month? So we want to highlight or underline some important information here. First, I'm going to highlight this part that says X is the number of subscriptions she must sell, because now we know what that variable is. I'm also going to highlight this part that says at least 400, because that's going to help us figure out what inequality symbol we have to put in here. So I'm going to go back and reread. Each month, Maria earns $225. So this money, she earns that no matter what. Every month, she earns $225. Plus $5 for each newspaper subscription. So let's look at this. If she earns $5 for each newspaper subscription, and the problem told us that X is the number of subscriptions, we can represent this part right here with the expression 5X. She earns $5 for each newspaper subscription. So this is going to be a 5X. So we know in the answer there needs to be a 5X somewhere. And then right away, we can cancel off some of these answers. We can cross them out. So any answer here that doesn't have a 5X in it, we know that's not right. So letter A, there's no 5X here. Let's cross that out. B, we do have a 5X, so that's a possibility. C, we have a 5X, so that's a possibility. And D, we don't have a 5X in there, so that is not a possibility. So whenever you have a multiple choice question like this, it's always good to start by eliminating what choices you can, because you can always eliminate something. And then even if you have to guess at this point, you've increased your chances of getting the problem correct. You went from a 1 out of 4 chance. Now, even if you're not sure, but you know there needs to be a 5X, you have a 1 out of 2 chance of getting it right. But we want to 100% get it right, so let's keep going. I said before, this at least 400 is going to help us figure out which inequality symbol we need to use. So at least 400, that means she can make $400, or she can make more than $400. So let's look at our choices here. Letter C says the money that she earns has to be greater than 400. But from the reading, she needs to get at least 400. So can she earn 400? Yeah. So is this the answer? No. We need that greater than or equal to symbol to represent at least. This is saying the amount of money that she earns each month can be greater than or equal to 400. So it can be at least 400. So letter B is your answer there. Number 2, a mechanic charges $35 per hour for labor plus $40 for materials when he repairs a vehicle. The mechanic wants to make no less than $150 to repair a customer's truck. Which inequality could be used to determine the minimum number of hours that the mechanic must spend repairing the vehicle? So, we're going to go back through and highlight keywords or phrases. So, $35 per hour, that's important. And then plus $40 for materials no matter what. So no matter how many materials he needs, he's charging you $40. We want to keep reading. So he wants to make no less than $150. So let's highlight that. No less than $150. That right there is going to help us figure out what inequality symbol we have to use. Alright, then which inequality could be used to determine the minimum number of hours that the mechanic must spend repairing a vehicle? Again, we need to highlight minimum number of hours, because that's going to, again, go into helping us figure out what's going on. So, we're trying to find the number of hours, so that means that the number of hours is our variable X. If the mechanic charges $35 per hour, we can represent this right here as 35X, because the mechanic charges $35 per hour, so it's 35 times X number of hours. This $40 for materials, he charges you that no matter what. It's a constant. It's a fixed rate. He's charging you $40 no matter what. So now we know that the correct answer here has to have a 35x in it, and it has to have a 40 in it. So let's go through and eliminate answers that we know are not correct. Letter A, it has a 35 and a 40x. Well, that's not right because we want a 35x and a 40. So let's cross that out. B could be the correct answer. C could also be the correct answer. But D, we know, is not the correct answer because it has a 40x. And it's not $40 per hour, it's $35 per hour. Alright, so now we need to figure out if he wants to make no less than $150. So he wants to make $150 or more. So again here, the correct answer would be B. Because he's saying the amount of money that he's going to make is either equal to 150 or it's greater than 150. So it's no less than $150.